Hey beautiful yogis, welcome to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. This is a post-workout flow, so if you're feeling sore from your workouts, this is the perfect practice for you. And ladies, today Beck and I are repping Indigo Luna, so for 10% off, use the discount code Kirsten10. So let's grab a mat and maybe a blanket or a towel and let's get started. So we're going to start at the top of the mat. Press down into the feet and sweep the arms up overhead to big inhale. Grab a hold of the right wrist and lean over towards the left and really press down into the right foot. Oh yeah. And then come back to center, take a big inhale. Grab a hold of the left wrist and lean towards the right on the exhale. And then back to center, breathe in. Bend the knees, forward fold. So just take your time, slowly coming down to the mat. We've just done a big run and a big abs workout. So we're feeling a little bit sore. So we're going to move into the hamstrings and the hips today a lot. Hands to shins, take a big breath in, halfway lift. And then forward fold, long breath down. If you're feeling really tight in the hamstrings, just bend the knees as much as you need. So once more like that, hands to shins, big breath in. Fold in, long breath out. And then we're going to come all the way back up. So let the arms be heavy. Roll the spine. Slowly keeling up. Vertebra by vertebra. Head comes up last. And then sweep the arms up overhead, take a big inhale. Now this time, as you grab a hold of the right wrist, you'll bend the right elbow, forearm will come behind the head, and then lean over towards the left. Oh yes. Back to center, inhale. Grab a hold of the left wrist, and again, bend the left elbow so forearm comes behind the head, and then lean over towards the right. And then back to center, breathe in. Forward fold, knees soft, long breath out. So really just take your time to find the fold. Hands to shins, big breath in. Now we'll step the right foot back and drop the right knee down. Now this is where you might need a blanket or your towel for a little bit more cushion for the back knee, or you can double up on the mat. Now my assistant just needs to move slightly.
Also, come here.
Also,
Come on.
good boy. Yes.
Good boy.
Yes. Good. So heel toe your left foot wide and bring the left hand to the inside of the foot. So we're going to get a little deeper into the hip flexors, into the quads. Come up high onto the fingertips and take a big inhale. Lift your chest, lengthen. Then release the top of the right foot down on the exhale. So spread the toes and press down into the shin, press down to the top of the foot. Then again, big breath in. Now we're going to walk the hands about hands distance forwards on the breath out. Oh yeah. Good. Take another inhale. Find even more length. And then either stay or walk the hands another hands distance forwards on the exhale. So think about staying up onto the fingertips. Bring the chin gently in towards the chest and round the upper back. And imagine like you want to drag the left heel towards the right knee. Max, are you getting some big kisses? Yeah.
He's distracted.
Just a bit of encouragement. Big breath in. Find a little bit more length. And then those of you who might want to go down onto the forearms, you might want to walk the hands another hand's distance forwards. So 3 deep breaths here. Big inhale, really use the fullness of the lungs, go right to the top of the in-breath. And then all the way to empty, use the full length of the out-breath. Last one, breathe in. Long breath out. And then lift the gaze, look forwards on the in-breath. If you're up onto the forearms, come back up onto the hands, just take your time, or down onto the forearms. We're going to slowly walk the hands in. So lift the chest up a little higher. Now either you can stay or keep the right hand grounded. Bring the left hand onto the left thigh. Good. Roll the left shoulder. Good. Roll the left shoulder head back. Max likes to say good. So that's what we're doing today. Little lean back and turn the rib cage towards the left. Now either you can stay here, or if you want a little bit more, you can bend the back knee, draw the right heel in towards the right glute and grab a hold of the foot with the left hand. But remember not to push it, so if you don't have the foot, it doesn't really matter as long as you're pressing down, and even when you have the foot, you can imagine like you want to press the left foot down anyway. So big breath in, everyone really breathe into the heart, little lean back. Stay long breath out. And one more inhale. And if you have the back foot, just gently release on the exhale. We're going to go nice and slow. Left hand down to the mat. Tuck the right toes under first. Press the floor away and just lean the weight back. Slowly. We're going to slowly straighten out through now the left leg, pick the ball of the foot off the mat. So it's going to be a little wider. It'll feel a little strange that the foot is wide as you're stretching out through the left hamstring, but we'll see if we can get into the IT band as well. So tucking the right toes under if you haven't already, press into the ball of the right foot, so you're thinking about moving the energy forwards, but then start to move that left hip a little further back. Yes. Oh la la. Then take a breath in. Same thing, either stay here or walk the hands a hand's distance forwards on the breath out. Now lengthen the heart, inhale. Either stay here or you might want to walk the hands another hand's distance forwards, but keep the softness of the knee. So notice we're not pushing it. We're not going past our edge. Just feeling into around the edge a little bit. Not pushing it so we're not straining. Take another breath in. Long breath out. And then inhale, lift the gaze. Walk the hands back in, just go nice and slow. Re-bend the left knee, plant the foot down. And this time we'll heel toe the left foot wide and step the left foot back in. Good. And then just rock the hips from side to side. That's it. You can now start to feel into the sides of the body, feel into the shoulders, head, the neck. And then you'll grab the top of the mat. So everyone grab the top of the mat and we'll roll it up. And just keep rolling it. And bring the knees onto the mat. So lots of cushion for the knees. Tuck the toes under, press into the feet, and just take a moment to sit onto the heels, just a moment. This is going to be a lot for the feet, especially if you've been running. We're stretching out through the fascia of the feet. So let's take 3 deep breaths here. So big inhale in. Long breath out. So I know it's really intense, just stay with the breath. And again, inhale. Breathe into the front of the heart. Long exhale, really envision the breath going all the way down to the spine. Last one, breath in. Slow breath out. Good, now press into the feet, move the sit bones away from the heels and sweep the arms up overhead. We're going to come up onto the knees. Take a big breath in. Grab a hold of the left wrist. Bend the left elbow just like we did right at the start of practice. Bring the forearm behind the head and do a tiny little lean over towards the right. And press the front of the hips forwards. And then back to center, inhale, that's it. And then we switch it, grab a hold of the right wrist, bend the right elbow and do a little lean towards the left. And press the hip points forwards. And then back to center, inhale. Bend the elbows, cactus the arms, and press into the feet, and think about lifting your heart up, but keeping the length through the low back. Arms up overhead, breathe in. Slowly hands down to the mat on the breath out. Good. Now listen carefully. We're going to pick one knee off the mat, track it wide. So think left knee out wide. Press into the left foot. Walk the hands, so use your hands as support. Then pick the right knee off, bring the right knee wide. And then bring your feet out even wider. So if there's anything going on with the knees, you're going to come up a little higher with the hips and maybe bring the hands onto the thighs, and then you can rock from side to side. If the knees are feeling okay, if the hips are feeling okay, then you might want to go a little lower. So think more malasana squat and then rock from side to side. How's this one feeling?
Yes.
Good.
Good.
A good. That's it. So just finding a little bit more freedom in the hips, and you can be really intuitive with this movement. You can have a lot of movement or a lot of stillness. The boys are looking at me like this needs to stop.
When does it end?
Press down into the hands. Slowly, slowly, we're going to straighten out through the legs and heel toe the feet a little closer in. And then you can just take the top of the mat and just release it, let it roll out. Good. Good. Hands to shins, halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, long breath out. And then from here, hands to shins, breathe in. We're going to bend the knees and walk towards downward facing dog. So we're going to walk the hands forwards, forwards. Maybe walk the feet a little further back, but keep the knees fairly bent. Spread the fingers out wide and press the chest back towards the thighs. Sit bones nice and high. Now press the floor away and imagine like you want to lift the forearms off the mat. So there's a sense of hollowing out through the armpits. So we're starting to stretch out through the shoulders as well. And then come up high onto the balls of the feet, inhale. Bend the right knee, lower the left heel down to the mat on the exhale. Come up high, balls of the feet, breathe in. Bend the left knee, lower the right heel down on the breath out. Come up high, balls of the feet, inhale. Bend both knees, look forwards as you exhale. Then walk to the top of the mat. Just take your time, so nice and slow. Halfway lift to lengthen, breathe in. Now straight to it, step the left foot back. Drop the left knee down. So again, grab a hold of your blanket or grab a hold of your towel underneath the knee. We're going to heel toe the right foot wide and bring the hand to the inside of the foot. Release the top of the left foot down, press into the shin, press into the top of the foot, take an inhale, heart lifts. Walking the hands a hand's distance forwards on the exhale. Up onto the fingertips, big inhale in. Either stay or walk the hands a hand's distance more forwards on the breath out. Now you might want to stay here, chin in towards the chest, round the upper back, dragging the right heel to the left knee. Or you can lower the forearms down if you want to get a little deeper into the pose. So big inhale, breathe into low ribs, side ribs, back of heart. And then full out breath all the way to empty. So especially if you've been doing real high interval training, quite intense training, really use the length of the out breath to just calm the nervous system and to ground you. And you can almost think like Darth Vader breathing. That's how intense you want the breath, or the sound of the breath. And really connect to that sound to just calm and soften. One more like that. Big breath in. Slow breath out. And if you're down onto the forearms, gently come back up onto the hands. Look forwards. Walk the hands in. In. Right hand onto the right thigh. Roll the right shoulder head back. Little lean back as you turn the rib cage towards the right. And then again, either you can stay or bend the back knee and grab a hold of the left foot with the right hand. So wherever you are, with every breath in, just breathe in more space into the chest. Every breath out, you might just go that little bit deeper in the twist, turning towards the right and pressing the left hip point forwards. And one more breath in. If you have the back foot, just gently, gently release on the breath out. Right hand's going to come back down to the mat to the inside. Tuck the left toes under. We're going to slowly straighten out through the right leg. So walk the hands back, back. Pick the ball of the foot off the mat. Oh yeah, this one. So you can keep the right knee as soft as you need. Come up high onto the fingertips, take an inhale. Fold in, soften the elbows on the exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Either you can stay or walk the hands a hand's distance forwards on the out breath. Big breath in. Either you can stay or walk the hands another hand's distance forwards on the breath out. So you can see that I haven't got my leg completely straight. There's a bend in the knee. So I'm just making sure that I'm not just over straightening the leg. And I'm still working essentially the muscles around the joint. So they can still be active. Big breath in. Long breath out. Last inhale. All the way to empty on the exhale. And then send the gaze forwards, breathe in. Re-bend the right knee, front foot down on the breath out. Use your hands as support. Tuck the back toes under if you haven't already. Heel toe the right foot wide. And then step the right foot back. And then again, move the hips from side to side. And just one more round, like we did earlier. Grab a hold of the top of the mat. This time we're going to do something different, but roll up the top. So lots of support for the knees, even if you don't usually need it. Tuck the toes. Then press down into the feet. We're going to go straight into this one. Arms up overhead. Move the sit bones away from the heels on the inhale. Now this time, bend the right elbow and grab a hold of it with the left hand as you exhale. Press into the feet and think about moving the hip points forwards. Keep length through the low back and plug the right shoulder head back. So it's almost like you're doing a lean back, but then I have a rope at your chest pulling you forwards and up. Yes, that's it, up. Either you can stay or release the left arm down, point the thumb down, bend the elbow, maybe grab a hold of the t-shirt. If you haven't got a t-shirt on, maybe just bring the back of the left hand to the low back or mid back and press against the forearm, so forearm against the low back or mid back. Maybe you grab a hold of the hands, maybe you take a bind. Right. Yeah. One more big breath in, really press into the feet and again lift the heart up. Then gently, gently release the arms on the breath out. Good, and then we switch it, arms up overhead, inhale. Bend the left elbow, grab a hold of it with the right hand on the exhale. So again, press into the feet, heart lifts. Either stay or release the right arm down, point the thumb down, bend the elbow and work the forearm behind the back. Maybe grab a hold of the t-shirt or press the back of the hand, press the forearm, low back, mid back. So again, think of that rope at your chest and I'm lifting you up, up. Good, keep wrapping the left bicep in, that's it max, and keep reaching the elbow tip up. Take another inhale. Long exhale. Breathe in. Then release the arms. Just go slow on the breath out. Release the tops of the feet down. If you like to, you can press into the tops of the feet, little taps, and then release the mat, roll it out. Baby boy, oh baby boy, we're just gonna do some yoga. Hips over to one side, send your legs forwards towards the front. Bend the knees and think about bringing the soles of the feet together. Now, you can make this more intense for your hips by bringing the heels a little closer in, or you can bring the feet out a little bit further forwards, especially if you have anything going on with your knees. If you want a little bit more support, then bring the feet more forwards. Grab a hold of the shins. That's it, just like that. And then take a breath in. Imagine like you want to press your left knee down, right ear to right shoulder on the breath out. So imagine like you want to press the knee down, but also pull up with that left hand. The right ear to right shoulder, and it's almost like you're doing a little lean to the right. Do we feel that, team?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? And then back to center, breathe in. Then opposite side, imagine like you want to press your right knee down, left ear to left shoulder, but at the same time you want to pull up with that right leg. Big breath in. And then back to center on the breath out. Now either you can stay, those who have anything going on with the knees, and if you want to extend the legs forwards to fold in, you can do that. Or keeping the soles of the feet together, little hinge at the hips to fold. And this is more for the low back, to just stretch out through the low back. So take a big breath in into the low back ribs. And then folding in on the breath out. And you might do the same thing that we did earlier, walking the hands forwards, coming up onto the fingertips. And take a big breath in into the chest, so wherever you are, even if the legs are long, find even more of a lift with the heart. And then exhale, maybe walk the hands a little bit more forwards as you fold. And then I like to do a little lean over towards the right on the breath in. It's just really subtle. And then back to center on the breath out. And you can do that with the legs long as well. Inhale over towards the left. Back to center. And then over towards the right, one more round on the in-breath. Back to center on the out-breath. And then over towards left, breathe in. Back to center on the breath out. Send the gaze forwards wherever you are on the inhale. Walk the hands back in, Heal yourself up. We're going to come down onto our back. Happy baby pose. So grab a hold of the knees, grab a hold of the shins, and just do a little rocks from side to side. We're going to feel more into the hips. And maybe you might want to grab a hold of the outsides of the feet here, pressing the tailbone down and finding length from the crown all the way to the sit bones. Also wants to get right in there. Good. Now if you can feel that you want a little bit more for your hips, then you can just gently straighten out through the right leg, just really subtle, not pushing it. And then re-bend the knee, and then gently straightening out through the left leg. Again, not pushing it. And then re-bend the knee. And then you might want to gently just straighten out slightly through both legs, just keeping the softness of the knees. And then re-bend the knees. Now we're going to keep a hold of the left leg, keep a hold of the left foot or shin, and release the right leg long, so let the right foot drop all the way down towards the mat. That's it. Now we'll take a twist, bringing the left knee over towards the right, arms open wide, and ground the left shoulder head down.
So, sorry.
Hey,
Stop, buddy.
all done. All done.
Wait.
Enough.
All done. Good boy. All done.
Sorry, what was that last?
So you're going to take a twist.
Yeah.
Bring that left knee over towards the right.
Buddy, no. No.
So big breath in to the left ribs. And then ground the left shoulder head down on the out breath. My assistant's really trying to help, but it's not quite working. Come, baby boy. Come, baby boy. Come. Then bring the left knee back to center on the in breath. And come back to happy baby on the out breath. And then we'll switch sides, so keep a hold of the right foot, release the left leg long. Lower the foot down all the way to the mat. That's it. And then take a breath in. And then take the twist now on the breath out. Bringing the right leg across the body. Right shoulder grounds. There we go. And now breathe into the right lung. Create a little bit more space. And ground the right shoulder head down. And then turning the head towards the right. You get the twist all the way up the spine. Big breath in. Slow breath out. And then bringing the knee back to center on the inhale. And you can take any other pose you feel you need before stillness. If you want to come back to happy baby, you can take it. If you want to bring the legs up towards the sky and allow the blood from the feet to move back towards the heart. Or maybe halasana with the legs overhead. So you choose whatever would allow you to really just find a little bit more softness and grounding before stillness. And then if you've already moved towards Shavasana, towards stillness, bring the feet out wide, legs out wide. Arms out wide with the palms facing up, so really in this open, receptive state. And if there's anything going on with the low back, then you can bring the knees towards one another, bring the feet wide. Wherever you are now, take a big inhale into the heart. Open the mouth. Full exhale to release. That's it. Twice more like that. Big breath in. Breathe into the low ribs, side ribs, expand. Long breath out and release even more. Now you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you need, yogis. Thank you for practicing with me today, and if you want more of these videos, subscribe to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. And if you want yoga wear, Beck and I are wearing Indigo Luna And the code for 10% off is Kirsten10. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.
Namaste.